All right, all right, all right. Once again, we want to welcome everyone to our Tuesday night MoveQuest call. We have some wonderful things in store, information. I know there's a lot of excitement throughout the MoveQuest community right now, seeing some of the things that we're seeing and experiencing in our accounts or what have you. But we want to do something a little different this evening. Once again, I also want to put a disclaimer out there that as well as welcome all of you that may be new and this is your first time listening in to our Tuesday night calls. This is where we typically share information, help educate, people, individuals within the community so that they can understand how everything works and the direction of where things are going, and the outlook as time progresses. Also, any information that is shared this evening, none of it is meant to be any type of financial advice. None of the individuals that you will be hearing from this evening or financial advisors. We always recommend that you use these calls as information so that you can make a sound financial decision. Share that information with your financial advisors so that you can do the best thing for you and your family with your hard-earned money and assets. But before we move forward this evening, I want to offer the floor or yield the floor to a gentleman who, he brings a lot of excitement to the MoveQuest community. He works extremely diligent on a day in and day out basis to help, keep things moving forward. So without further ado, Mr. Hayden Brown, are you with us this evening, Hayden?
Mic check 1 2, check 1 2. The mic looks like it's working all right. Millionaire check 1 2, billionaire check 1 2. I know we got some future billionaires in the house. How you doing tonight, Herschel?
Doing wonderful, doing wonderful.
First and foremost, thank you very much, Herschel, for that incredible intro and for the incredible amount of work that you do to support this project. Your efforts and your hard work is truly appreciated. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another exciting Tuesday night MoveQuest update call event. This is Hayden Andre, your friendly neighborhood digital asset investor, maxing out with all of you tonight, right here on Zoom Live in 2025. And as always, we are supercharged, fired up, and excited about success. Celebration mode is in full effect. Special shout outs and congratulations to the entire MoveQuest Nation. 1 year ago, a special group of 300, yes, indeed, just like the movie about the Spartan army of 300, this special group joined forces to launch MoveQuest on the Avalanche blockchain, and it was a super success. And it was an honor to be part of that historic initial push. Now, beyond that, it's been an exciting year of growth, building, and all kinds of developments. And on behalf of the max out warriors out here, on behalf of the multi-set soldiers, on behalf of the diamond hand hodlers, and the consistent daily proof of physical activity submitters, I'd like to extend a special thanks to the development team, those working diligently behind the scenes in the core group, and of course, the light paper lioness herself, Miss Lynette Arton. That being said, it's an honor to be part of such a cutting edge project in this super cool industry of blockchain and crypto. MoveQuest is without a doubt. MoveQuest is without a doubt the undisputed, dominant move to earn platform in the world. And this is just year one. There is so much more on deck. If you only knew what was coming down the pipeline, you will accumulate as much MQT as possible and hold onto it dearly. This is just the beginning. In fact, the best is yet to come. That being said, Herschel, back over to you. I am super excited, brother.
Not a problem, not a problem. I just wanted to let you, we didn't hear anything you said. Can you say all that again? That was a joke, by the way.
You are hilarious, man. I love you,
Yeah,
brother.
give
No.
him a hard time, Hayden. Give him a hard time.
Exactly. But no, we definitely appreciate you, Hayden, for the enthusiasm, excitement, and fire that you bring to the community on a day in and day out basis. So without further ado, once again, we love to have these weekly conversations so that we can stay abreast and wrap our heads around and understand everything that's taking place. So I want to go ahead and yield the floor to Miss Lynette Orton so she can share whatever it is that she wants to share with us this evening. I'm sure it will be fun and exciting for all of us. So Miss Lynette, go right ahead, ma'am. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very, very good. Keeping my camera off, but I'm doing just fine. I hope everybody else is too. We got to really start getting more of our community on our calls here so they know what's going on. Being decentralized, it's really hard to get information out, because we don't know who you are. We don't have your emails or any way to contact you. So we're going to have to rely on all of you who are here. If you've shared MoveQuest with anybody, that you let them know of everything that's going on. So July 21st, Charlie, stop. July 21st, we listed our token 1 year ago. And so we've reached that 1 year milestone, and we're getting ready to do some marketing campaigns for the 1 year of mining on Avalanche. So we plan to have that ready to go the first week of August. And because of the promotion that we're running, we kind of wanted to celebrate with our community who's been here. Some of you not for long, some of you have been here the entire year, who've been mining. And so what we've done is we are extending the promotion pre marketing to the community. So what we've done, and I need everybody to, try to understand this because I think it's a bit confusing. If you are only mining with one dock slot or two dock slots, you are going to be able to take advantage of this marketing. Charlie, stop. Of this marketing promotion that we have. Hold on, you guys. I got to put my dog up. He's a bloodhound, and I don't know if any of you know about bloodhounds, but they need attention. Okay, he's in his bed now. He should be good for a little while. But dock slots 1, that's free. Okay, so that means that you were either mining with a phantom of, probably a navigator or a trailblazer, which is great. We have no issue with that. And if you're mining with 2 dock slots, then, the way the pricing was before on the dock slots, it was only $10 to unlock that second dock slot. It's not fair to the rest of the community who are mining with, 7, 8, 9, 10 dock slots, because if we were to extend that to those who have 1 or 2 dock slots open, you're mining and you're taking away from those who have paid for their miners. So I hope everybody understands why the decision not to send them out to people who are only mining with dock slots 1 and 2. Now, if you open up to 10, then we unlock them the rest of the way. Okay, so you would get 11 through 18 would be open for you, and you would receive those trailblazers. Every time we open a dock slot for you, the trailblazers are going to be on your dashboard on the Web3 website. So you have to go to apps.movequest.com, go to miners, and you're going to see claim your trailblazers. The reason that 3, 4, anything under 10, the reason that they are getting the promotion is simply for it's just strategy, it's organization, and to make sure that we're not overlapping the miners. Meaning, if you had 3, we added 8 to it, means you have 11. If you had 4, we add 8 to it, you have 12. If you had 5, you'll now have 13. If you had 6 open, you'll have 14. If you have 7 open, you'll have 15. The reason we went ahead and did it this way is because every time somebody unlocks to 10, whether you have 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, it will say 10 on our data, and we know that we need to unlock to 18. Now, if we had only, honored it from 10 and up, then you would have people who would open from, 4 to 10, and then we would unlock the rest. It would just been a mess. It wouldn't have come out clean. We would have had lower numbers high up in the 10s that had gotten them or received them, and it was just easy to do it this way. So if you had 3 or more open, we opened up 8 more for you. And you got the 8 Trailblazers for free. Now, when we took the first, when we ran the data the first time, it was missing a lot of wallets. I didn't realize that till they ran a new snapshot for me and seen all of these other wallets. And I'm like, oh my God. So don't worry about filling out the form that we've sent around in the chats yet tonight. We're rerunning this. If you haven't received them by like 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, then go ahead and fill out that form. Now, there's several people that filled out that form. There's at least 15 to 20 that I found so far that have said they've got, 5, dock slots unlocked, or you had 8 and you have none. So what I'm guessing is that you've put the wrong wallet address in there on that form. Don't worry about correcting it, because I went into the contract and I, got the new list. So again, for all of you, if you don't see them tomorrow morning, then let us know. Now, if you just put in there that you had 5 and you really didn't have any, you're not going to get them, because, we run everything off the blockchain. I mean, we got all the data. So and I don't think any of that happened. I mean, if it did, you won't get them. Just simply because we've got all the data right in front of us. It's all on blockchain, and blockchain does not ever make a mistake. So we wanted to extend that to our community. We hope you guys are excited about that. It's, a gift from us to you. Show our appreciation for, supporting MoveQuest while we were finishing up the rebrand, doing our proof of concept. Now, when we run the promotion is going to be open up 10 dock slots. We'll open up to 18. Okay, so it won't be, unlock 3, we'll give you, 11. It won't be that way. It will be, you have to unlock the first 10 to get the remaining 8, but it allows people to mine with the 18 miners with all dock slots open. Now we're getting ready. Hopefully this will be done and ready to go by the 3rd week of August, if not by the 1st week of September. So figure between the last week of August, 1st week of September, the mining will be working on the Binance Smart Chain, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So what we're going to be doing there, and I'm not going to get into the GFAM token over there, what we're doing with the tokenomics and how we're going to be decreasing how many are in circulation, blah, blah, blah tonight. But what I am going to tell you is that those who are here mining on the Avalanche chain, you will be able to mine on the Binance Smart Chain without having to unlock your dock slots and buy miners. What I mean by that, if you're mining over on the Avalanche chain with 3 docks open, on the Binance Smart Chain, you'll be provided with 3 dock slots open and 3 Trailblazers. If you're mining with 7 dock slots open on Avalanche, you'll get 7 dock slots opened on the Binance Smart Chain with 7 Trailblazer miners. If you're mining with 18 of the mining dock slots, all 18 dock slots on the Binance Smart Chain will be opened, and you'll be provided with Vanguards. I'm sorry, not Vanguards, Explorers. If at the end of, when I get done with compiling everything for the Binance Smart Chain, if it makes sense and we can do Vanguards for everybody who's unlocked 18 dock slots. We will. Right now, it'll be the Explorers. You can't get the Explorers any other way than if we give them out from the project. From here going forward, as everybody knows, we've removed the ability to do that. You can't even evolve to an Explorer. You just have to go straight to Vanguard, only because not a lot of people really used the Explorers. So if we're giving them away at no cost, then we're not competing with the community or, diluting the market with too many of the other ones. Next thing is the Trailblazers. When you unlock the dock slots, that's not going to be a forever thing. At some point that will turn to navigators. And so when people unlock their mining dock slots, they'll get navigator miners. Again, you can't get those any other way anymore unless we give them out ourselves as, from the project side. And for many reasons. One, we really want, to give people really good value. And those Trailblazers are the 100 volts, 100% mining power. It's a really great way to get started. But when the leasing gets started, we're going to be bumping that down to navigators. May even do it sooner than when we release the leasing piece. Right now, we really want to focus on the community growth before we add the leasing piece. It's all about, what works. You can't have a piece that's there that really, if we don't have a lot of demand for the leasing, then the community is going to be a little bit upset. So we're really waiting until we know that demand is there. And I really believe that with the promotion that we're running, it's already getting quite a bit of attraction and attention just from the different projects and communities that we're talking with. We're going to really see, I think a big explosion in the numbers of people in the community that will be, actively engaged in our ecosystem. We did change the mining dock. We made it AVAX for the first half and MoveQuest for the last half. There's a few reasons why we did that. People find it easier to just buy the AVAX and get started. Some people find it a little difficult to go to Uniswap and have to get the MoveQuest. Plus, we wanted to give people the ability to mine the MoveQuest and be able to use that MoveQuest they're mining to unlock their last 9 dock slots if they want to. And with us running the promotion like we are, those of you who have already, unlocked dock slots on the lower levels there, if we opened them up and you have, 11 or you have 12 or you have 13, you have to use the MoveQuest to unlock the remaining dock slots. So you either have it in your wallet already, or you're going to go to the exchange and you're going to buy it. And for people who are coming in that are brand new to the community, who's in my house? Okay, well, next time knock and let me know before you freak me out. Okay, I'm on my Zoom. Sorry guys, I just about jumped out of my skin. He's lucky I asked who he was first. Lord. Now I lost my whole train of thought. I don't ever have somebody walk in my house at 9 o'clock at night. Let me think here. Where was I at? Hayden, what was I just talking about?
You were talking about the strategy of unlocking the dock slots with the MoveQuest token and
yes. So thank you. Okay, so the project has just a ton of MoveQuest. Now we're pushing almost 500,000 MoveQuest tokens that, it's either purchased. Well, I'd say probably 90% of it has been purchased off of the exchange, and some of it has been done from market corrections as well. And so when you've got you got new people joining our community, that AVAX will just be paired to what's already banked in the MoveQuest token. And then for those who, are opening up the last tap, you either have to use the MoveQuest, which again creates a demand for the MoveQuest token, or you go to the exchange and you buy it, which will also drive up the market value as well. So those of you who are looking at the market value of the token, understand this is being done on purpose, okay? There is lots of banked liquidity that will be going in very soon. I would say you're going to really start seeing that be injected over the next 14 to 21 days, is when you're going to really start seeing that. Reason is we want the market value to drop so that we can bring it fluid. We're getting ready to be, the listing on CoinMarketCap should be there anytime. I am really looking for the FDV to be nearly fluid. Right now, we're only about 20% away from being fluid, which is huge. That's great. And so when that liquidity is injected and that token is listed on, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and you've got a fluid pool, that is going to be impressive, on the public level. And so with the overselling, you got a community who sells it when they shouldn't sell it. And that's just the bottom line. I'm not telling you what to do with the token. You can sell it when you want to. But when you have a project like this that has a self-sustaining ecosystem and engaged community that's where the liquidity comes from, and the community is selling and taking their own liquidity, it doesn't make a lot of sense, when you're in the growth stage. It makes sense when the community is big enough that you've got an overflow of liquidity that's going into the pool. And, that's going to happen here very soon because, like I said, we're nearly fluid and we're pretty close now where the market value is with what is transacted through the ecosystem, about balances out with what is mined every single day. Actually, it's getting close to where it's a little bit over that mark. And so you're going to start seeing, where there's more liquidity going into the pool than really is needed if every single token was sold every day. So your oversellers, while you don't like to see the market value of the token go down, it's actually strengthening the market value of MoveQuest. It's also strengthening the liquidity pool because we are growing. We're growing very, very quickly, actually, compared to what we were there for a while. Submissions are starting to increase. Now that you have more miners to mine with, you didn't have to spend that money out of your pocket. We basically gifted every single person in our community with $1,440 worth of miners and dock slots if you had at least 3 slots open. And so you shouldn't have to sell your MoveQuest to submit because we just increased your mining power by 800%, which is huge. It's going to allow you to mine more MoveQuest. So you should be able to come out of pocket for your submission fees without taking it out of the liquidity pool if you really look at things, from a common sense standpoint. So I'm hoping that, the community really takes a long look at that and tries to understand where we're coming from on the liquidity side of things and how that's going to really beef up and turn around here very quickly. And our sellers have made it possible, okay, for us to be able to become a fluid liquidity pool. That doesn't happen if you're not a stable token. So when you look at red, really for all of you holders, it's green. Again, those of you who are coming new, okay, and you're unlocking those 10 dock slots, we're unlocking the remaining 8. You have 8 or 18 trailblazers. The evolution is gonna, I have to double check it and see if the developers have it all set up the way it's supposed to be price-wise, but basically it would cost you the same to evolve a trailblazer to a vanguard as it would be to go into the hatchery to get your vanguards. So once we get this done by the end of the week, we'll put out some kind of a notice maybe on the blog or whatever so people understand how that works. If you hold on to those 18 trailblazers, you'll have them to lease. That becomes digital real estate for you. It will cost you the same to evolve them to Vanguard as it would be to go right to the hatchery and just mint the Vanguards. And there you get to earn additional MoveQuest. So let's say, and right now with the market value being down, it's a really good idea to go into the hatchery. I don't know what the price of MQT is right now. It's probably, I think it was low or high 3 today. Maybe I'll just say $4. So you take 175, let's divide that by $4. It's going to take 43.75 MoveQuest per Vanguard in the hatchery. And you're going to earn 0.001846 MoveQuest every single day that you submit extra. So you're mining the MoveQuest with your proof of physical activity, but if you were in the hatchery, not only do you get those Vanguards, but for 222 days, you get a mining boost of 0.001846 per MoveQuest. So if you were to get, we'll just say 18 Vanguards, that's 787 MoveQuest tokens, times that by 0.001846, and that's 1.45 MoveQuest you're mining in addition to the MoveQuest that you're mining from the distribution pool every single day out of the 3,000. Times that by 222 days, and you were mining an additional 322 MoveQuest tokens just for minting your Vanguards in the hatchery. So honestly, if you want that additional MoveQuest mining reward, it's best to go through the hatchery to get it, because if you evolve them, you're not in that hatchery. The golden hatchery is going to be live soon, and you'll be able to roll from the, what do you call it, the hatchery right into the golden hatchery. I'm going to let you guys know exactly. I'm running numbers to see exactly how much MoveQuest can go in there out of the 7,200 a day that can be mined. I'm really hoping to bump up what you could mine in the golden hatchery. You won't have to leave it there for 222 days, and you'll be able to continue to add MoveQuest in to that golden hatchery, meaning this. Let's say you have 1,000 MoveQuest tokens that's coming out of the normal hatchery, and you roll them into the golden hatchery. And let's say, over 10 days, you've mined 10 additional MoveQuests. You're going to be able to pull those MoveQuests and deposit them back in, so you can kind of compound what you're mining in your MoveQuest in the golden hatchery. That's not a feature that's available in the normal hatchery at all. And you have to come through that hatchery in order to get into the golden hatchery. We're considering opening up a third hatchery that would be much less MoveQuest earned, but would still allow people, if you don't need the Vanguards, you wouldn't be able, the reward wouldn't be as high. We wouldn't have you hold it for quite as long, the 222 days. We did that because you got all the Vanguards as well. When you went into the hatchery, got the MoveQuest back, all that good stuff. So there's a lot that's going to be taking place here between the hatchery and the evolution. But the biggest thing is we hope you guys are enjoying having those additional 8 mining dock slots opened. If you do open to 18, and I think it has to, I'll let you know exactly what the date is, but most likely those would have to be open by probably the 3rd or 4th week of August in order for us to get the miners to you by the time we get ready to roll out the Binance Smart Chain. So everybody in the Binance Smart Chain should be happy. There's only about 500 people on the Binance Smart Chain compared to, almost 10,000 on the Avalanche chain. Big differences there. But what we're going to be doing on the Binance Smart Chain, I think, is going to make people really excited, especially when I explain how it's all going to work. So that's a good thing coming up. So we got a lot of things taking place for the end of summer and the beginning of fall. And I think that's all I've got tonight.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hayden, let me know if you have any questions or any things you want to interject in reference to, what she shared with us this evening. I definitely know that I've had conversations today with individuals that were extremely excited about being able to, have the additional docking slots and miners open, so that they could leverage the activity that they've been putting forth so diligently over the last year. That was definitely a welcome thing for many of them to wake up to or go to bed to last night. Have you seen anything on your end or any comments you'd like to add?
Well, Lynette really articulated so much value that is on the table. So much has been given away. In fact, I have never seen that much value given away by any project in all of my personal 3 decades worth of history involved as an independent business owner. So I'm super excited with what's on the
Hey,
table.
Hayden,
Yes.
you want to know why? Because other projects rely on new money coming in and MoveQuest doesn't.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And in fact, there's one other thing that I'd like the community to be very excited about. And if you could just let me share my screen for a quick second.
Sure.
There is absolutely no excuses for anyone to not max out their proof of physical activity every single day. These numbers are incredible. In addition to all of what was just mentioned, I mean, it just worked out perfect timing that it happened at the anniversary moment. But as you can see on the right side of the screen, prior to last week, the maximum steps were 20,000, and these were achievable numbers as well. But you really had to put in work. Okay, so this was really for people who were achieving some very intense physical activity on a regular basis, and that's what you got to do to get healthy physical results sometimes. However, we realize that sometimes not everybody is in the same physical space, and there are people putting genuine effort and they're doing well. They're doing well. And that being said, after re-evaluating the numbers, the project has reduced the bar. They lowered the bar, and take a look at the left side of the screen. I mean, steps 12,000, distance 6 miles, workouts only 1 hour of workout per day. Like that's a bare minimum to be on the road of healthy behavior. Calories 800, which is cool, 6 hours. We know there are some entrepreneurs out here, and as Arnold Schwarzenegger says, if you're sleeping 8 hours and you're an entrepreneur, then sleep faster. 6 hours is enough. So, so that's kind of cool that the numbers are all very achievable. Everyone listening to this call and beyond, this project is for everyone. It can empower everyone worldwide. As long as you have data, Wi-Fi, and a device, MoveQuest can make a difference in your life. Right now, like it says on the screen, it's all about the determination to move, and MoveQuest is determined to motivate you to move. So this is an incredible other piece of information that is, it's a game changer in my personal opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm
So,
going through these
okay,
questions.
okay. I was
Uh,
just gonna ask.
you want to? Were you just going to ask me? So
Yeah.
somebody just asked, why are those that had 18 dock slots mining with Titans being punished? And I'm just like, oh my God. So we never punish anybody. Come on, you guys. Like, really? We are not children here. I read stuff like that and I'm just like, wow. Okay. So nobody ever gets punished in MoveQuest. This is the best project on the planet. I mean, come on now. But anyway, for those of you that had your 18 dock slots unlocked, regardless of what type of miners that you're mining with, what we're doing is we are taking the dollar amount of the giveaway that we are doing, and we're going to be sending you that in miners. And most likely that will be in Titan. So we never punish anybody here. We only give and continue to give and give and give and give and give. Why? Because we want to build this project. It's going to be the best project in the world. It's big, it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's wonderful. It is going to turn people into millionaires. Those who, can't let themselves hold that MoveQuest. Trust me, guys, it's coming. The banked liquidity, everything that is going to be going in, it's going to beef itself right back up. And you guys are going to see many, many millionaires coming out of MoveQuest. And trust me, I don't really have a bucket list, but that one right there. It's like, how many people can I help become millionaires over the next 2 years? If somebody tells you you can become a millionaire overnight, you won the lottery, or you were, you're a trust, what do they call that? One of the
Fund
trust
baby.
babies. Yeah, it just don't happen that way. I mean, you might get lucky and just be able to buy into the right token at the right time and be able to get out at the right time. But that just the getting rich overnight doesn't happen. All these get rich quick schemes, that is not MoveQuest. MoveQuest is built for the long term, for longevity. And it builds, it will continue to build and it will continue to grow. It's not get rich quick, but if the community would pay attention to me and to what we're doing, I can tell you we can be turning millionaires out of this project in less than a year. It wouldn't take long. If the community would have held more than what they did, we would have already been popping millionaires out of MoveQuest like crazy. So um, we don't punish people here. We're here to, make your life better. We're here to make you healthier and make you as wealthy as we possibly can help you become. And we don't need the new money that's coming in, or new money coming in for this project to be stable. It's about an engaged community. And the bigger the community, the bigger the pool. Why? Because everybody is engaged daily. And I will tell you this too, that as the community grows, the submission fees will begin to decrease. Okay. Right now, they're at a level that they need to be at because of the sustainability of the ecosystem. A smaller community, the fees are more. Back when Bitcoin got started, the fees were ridiculous, terrible. They were super, super high. Now they're much, much lower. And the same dynamic is here. So as the community grows, the fees will start to come down. So you'll start to see that as well. And that's why it's so important that you guys really hold on to that MoveQuest. Like those of you who are holding it, and there's so many of you that are, we have more people holding than are not. You're going to love what happens and you start to see all this transpire. We are a new project. We've been in the development stages for 4 years. So everything we do, we really do to help our community. That word punish, that just threw me off the ledge a little bit. The update with Bullish Moon not showing, I did just ask Waleed, make sure you're on the right chain, that it didn't bring you to the Binance Smart Chain. It is showing up on my phone. So I just think maybe you're on the wrong chain. I'm not going to go into any more on Binance. So don't ask me the questions because I have no answers for you at this time. I'm not going to give you the answers until I know absolutely for certain, because I have learned in the past that if I say something and then something has to change, I get cremated by the community. So I don't say until I know for sure. So you could ask, but I'm not going to answer. I gave you as much as I'm going to give you tonight. For the Binance Smart Chain, you will be able to use your existing miners that you have on the Binance Smart Chain on the Binance Smart Chain. But what we're doing is everybody that's on Avalanche, we're giving you the miners that you will need on the Binance Smart Chain. You can't use your Avalanche miners on the Binance Smart Chain. Avalanche is its own chain. Binance is its own chain. You can't cross mine. Your app is, if it's still showing the same old, shows the old numbers, I'm guessing you're talking about the miners and the DAX. Give it until tomorrow morning. Like I said, the first run of the data, the snapshot was accurate, but the data wasn't complete. So I know that doesn't make sense what I'm saying to you. We got a complete run of it, but I was using the wrong one. They ran it twice and I was using the first one, not the second one. So now I'm using the second one. There was tons that were missing. So we'll be running that again tonight and it should be completed by mid-morning. The boosts in the Titan power increase, that's pretty much ready. We're testing it right now. We're going to be calling them power ups and not so much boosts. You'll have the rest boost. You'll have the, let's say you did 24,000 steps and you want to increase your max, you'll be able to boost your max amount. So for those of you that are really, what do they call it? The overachiever, not moderately active like me, but the overachiever active person like Isaac Moody and many of you who are here. I watch all these, sometimes you guys will post them to me, how many steps and stuff you got. And I'm just like, whoa, I don't know if I could go up as high as you guys do and work out as much as you guys do, but MoveQuest pushes me to do a whole lot more than I used to do. I can tell you that. And thank you, Kate. I appreciate that. Do you know when those that qualified but didn't receive? So I would say by mid-morning tomorrow. If you haven't by 10 or 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, then fill out the form. But I'm quite certain that everybody that didn't will have them. Let's see. So the Binance miners are not matched. Is like no, they're not. It's gonna be, and I'll tell you why. It's too difficult. And it would be too time consuming and it would end up making mistakes. The blockchain is only able to retrieve so much data before it times out. It would be missed. It'd be a major mess. It's just easier to say, okay, this is the type of miner that's going out when we give them out. And it just makes it so much easier, faster, and no mistakes are made that way. The ones that have the 18 DAC slots, I really am hoping to be able to do Vanguards. And most likely that's what we will be doing. But if not, it would be Explorers. And then anything below the 18 DAC slots would be the Trailblazers. The booths are ready to go. I just have to look over the numbers for the dev for Waleed to implement it. And then we send it over to Apple to validate. So our goal is to have that up and running by August 1st, which would be our 1-year anniversary of mining on the Avalanche chain. Thank you, Catherine. Trailblazers really increases the submitting cost. Oh my God, Fran, really? If you don't want to use a Trailblazer, don't use the Trailblazer. We gifted you $1,400. We unlocked 8 of your dock slots and we gave you 18 miners for free. If you don't want to submit with those, please do not. Accept it as a gift. And when leasing comes, we gave you $1,800 worth of Trailblazers that you can lease out to make additional money. When and if you do decide you want to use those 8 free dock slots, they are yours to use. They were $80 each times 8. That was, $640 on top of that. So you're getting $1,800 worth of Trailblazers. You're getting, and I say 1,440 because the 8 dock slots that we opened was the $640, and then I added the $800 for the 8 Trailblazers from what we unlocked. But then you still got another $800 worth of free Trailblazers on the first 10 dock slots. So really it's $1,800 plus 640. So Fran, I am really sorry that you feel this is going to put a hardship on people. It was not our intention. Please, everybody listen to me. If you are unable to submit with 18 dock slots, don't worry about it. Submit with what you have. Okay, this was a gift from us to you. We wanted to show our appreciation to our community for being here, putting up with our ups and downs for a year. If you can't use them, that is all right. It's $1,800 worth of digital assets you're going to be able to lease out. We just wanted to tell our community thank you. And we wanted you to just enjoy those free dock slots and those miners. It won't cost you anything to dock those miners. So you're going to be able to, enjoy that. Let's see. Not a question, just massive thank you. Thanks for the gift. Very grateful. You are all very welcome. How big is the company that wants to be a part of MoveQuest? It's not just a company, it's several that we're working with. And I look at it like this. If a company or a project comes to me and says, we've got 100,000 users, I figure 5 to 10,000 will come on board. We're working with, I don't want to give out numbers like that because it's so impossible to tell. Everybody we talk to is super excited because, of the way, we've set this up now with the promotion and stuff that's going on. It's really exciting for people. They can get started. You literally can get started for $720. $720 mining with 18 miners with 18 slots. And that's huge for the current community. The max steps, we've really lowered that down, max steps being 12,000. The boosts are going to allow people that do get more to be able to get credit for that. It really leveled the playing field. All of you should have seen a bit of an increase in what you are mining. If I missed anything in here, guys, I got to tell you, we got to start being excited. The negative, sometimes I take things that you don't mean as negative, because here's the thing with texting, you don't get the emotion. So when somebody said punished and then Fran about it, kind of being a hardship for some people or whatever, I know that you guys don't mean it in a negative way. And I sometimes take things the wrong way, but we got to get excited. Everything we do here is to help everybody. We want everybody to do amazing with this project. We want everybody who comes here to win. We don't want anybody to fail. You're not going to lose money here. I just can't tell you when it's going to hit, when you're going to hit pay dirt, because it just depends on how fast the community grows. But this project was designed not to fail. It was designed the proper way, the way a crypto project should be created. It doesn't rely on the new money. It relies on an engaged community. The bigger the community, the better the project. And we could literally give out all of these miners at no cost at all. But here's the problem with that. Then people don't see value. They don't see value in free. It's a welfare system. So we have to have a cost on it. But we're still able to promote, and we're still able to do things, and we're still able to help people get started. That is our entire goal. Our goal is to change lives 100% across the board. We want to change lives. We don't want people to suffer and to struggle. Crypto is an amazing, technology. It's the best currency in the world. You don't have to rely on these crooked bankers. You don't have to rely on banks locking up your money and charging you all these crazy fees. You're in total control of your finances with crypto. Crypto changed my life. I was already living a good life. I retired at the age of 45. I sold my grooming salons, pet boarding, kenneling, all that good stuff that I had. I was not in a bad position, but crypto changed my world. Like, it took me into a whole different level. And I've been involved in crypto since day one, when everybody was telling me, oh, is this just a scam? No. And I couldn't talk people into looking at crypto. Now they're like, geez, I wish I had listened to you. It's a game changer. You just have to learn it, and you have to, you have to be able to hold it. What's that song? Is it Kenny Rogers who sings it?
Know
Got
when
to
to
know
hold
when to
them,
hold
know when to
when to,
fold them.
yeah. Yeah, there you go. So, all right, back at you. I could ramble on all night long.
Oh no, man. This has been, in my opinion, this has been great. I know there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of different ways to, view everything, right? But at the end of the day, the value of the MQT ultimately is what tells the tale. Ultimately is what tells the tale. And because I even thought about it, you know, having 18 docking slots unlocked, having Titans in all of them, the way I know how people think about it, or some people anyway, on the front end, right? But having that mining power, I want the value of the token that I am receiving on a daily basis to increase in value. Well, that happens as more and more liquidity comes into the ecosystem. So if I've been, especially for those individuals that have been here for the last year and have been accumulating and holding those tokens, I prefer to see other people in the community that are in position be able to mine more tokens via, having the additional dock slots and miners, made available to them, because, it does require a little more commitment to the project from those individuals. Yes, they actually, didn't on the front end have to pay for those miners or unlock those docking slots, but they're also, to leverage their use, they now have to commit a little bit more piece by piece on a daily basis. And the multiple effect of that across the board just adds that much more stability to the overall liquidity pool. It may not feel like it or seem like it on the front end, but as more and more people come into the ecosystem, and it also kind of divests the distribution of the tokens, which also helps the rate in which tokens may be liquidated or whatever. So next week, I'm just saying this publicly, good, bad, or indifferent, Ms. Lynette, next week, what I would like to see, if possible, is, and the chips will fall where they may, right? But I would like to see the difference between now and next Tuesday from a daily submissions perspective, what that actually looks like by now having more miners, in the ecosystem, because from the way I look at it, we should see, a positive increase in, the daily liquidity pool, if that makes any sense. So, I definitely, appreciate you coming yet again, sharing the information that you've shared. I believe everything is positive and we're definitely moving in the right direction. A lot of effort is being put forth from a marketing perspective, providing the team with and the community at large with more marketing materials, moving toward having press releases, being, I know somebody else asked the question again, Lynette mentioned earlier that it looks like, I don't have a definitive date yet, but hopefully we're getting that much closer to being listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. Yet again, small steps, but definitely moving in the right direction of being able to just add that extra level of I won't say security, but I'm losing thought for what I'm looking for, but legitimacy to what it is that we're actually doing. There are a lot of conversations being had with projects that are taking interest. Again, we're dealing with CEOs and other, businesses that have to make it fit into their ecosystem, and they have to look at the things that they have to do as well, internally, the commitment that they have to put forth, the marketing efforts, the training, and other things that they have to do. So a lot of these things don't necessarily happen overnight, but they are being moved and they are moving in the right direction or what have you. So being able to give a definitive time frame, what the picture is going to look like, and things like that on or with a lot of these projects, that's very difficult to get into the details because each one of them has its own nuances that are going to vary from project to project. But the effort is being put in the right spot. And this entire project is an airdrop engine. And I think a lot of us miss that particular point. This is an airdrop engine. It is not like the other crypto projects that we have been associated with historically. It is totally different. And it's not just, yes, it's a move to earn project, but it's a move to earn project with an ecosystem that also allows other projects to plug into it and create an actual economy. It's an economy. So you're going to see as time progresses, as other projects choose to engage, you're going to start seeing different types of companies, different types of services, and things like that that are being, brought to the fore. And as we get 1, 2, 3 more, now the picture is going to not only start looking different for each and every one of us, those light bulb moments are going to start taking place, because I know it may be difficult, to wrap your head around, all those different elements, or what have you. But as more and more companies or projects start plugging in, it's going to attract more and more projects, which makes it that much easier. And that doesn't mean that each and every person within this ecosystem has to actually plug into, each and every one of them. But what happens is it becomes a mall, a shopping mall, an Amazon, type of a platform where everyone can pick and choose where they would like to actually acquire additional tokens that fit, the products and services that are being offered that they would like to engage in or participate in or acquire on an ongoing basis. So this project is a lot more robust than many of us or, understanding at this point. And a lot of these light bulbs, over the last few months have really gone off, even for myself. And we as a core team are going to have to come up with a better way to make sure that we're breaking this down in bite-sized pieces and painting the picture for each and every one of us to actually be able to understand what that looks like. Because with 10,000 people, I promise you, there's other individuals that's in this community that once you actually see, hear, and truly understand what can be done by plugging into what we have here, you're going to know people, you're going to know businesses and things of that nature that are going to want to be a part of what we have. And they don't all have to be, companies or projects with tens of thousands of people involved in them. It can be small groups with 200, 300, 400, 500. It can be churches. It can be, nonprofit organizations. It can be a whole host of different things that can plug in, create their own tokens, or leverage the MoveQuest token for themselves or what have you, but all still come back in some way, shape, form, or fashion to help stabilize the MoveQuest token as a whole. So I'm going to shut up. Hayden, if you got something else before we go, I'm going to let you close this out. Go right ahead, sir.
No, thank you very much. I think you made some really great points there. And Lynette says it best when she says that MoveQuest is built like a blockchain. So that was some really great points that you made. But there's one more point that I'd like to make before we end tonight's call. I mean, the floor is open for any more points after that, but something that really needs to be shared before we end tonight's call. And it's a point that we make on a regular basis. Every single week, I hear Lynette making comments regarding it, and on every one of our events, including Mr. Brandon Ivy when he plugs in and has an amazing event on those Mondays and Wednesdays that he used to do, and we're looking forward to seeing his activity in the future as well. But this is a very, 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 very important point. With all of these valuable gifts and all of the digital assets that we've acquired up until this point, with valuable gifts come great responsibility. It's super important that we all remain vigilant and prioritize safety, security, and best practices. Those of you who are crypto enthusiasts, those of you who are experts or very experienced in crypto, and you're inviting people who are new to crypto, new to crypto, new to this project, please have a safety and security and best practices conversation with them as part of helping them to get started. And those of you who are new, please make sure that you prioritize safety, security, and best practices. Beware of direct messages, text messages, emails from sources that you don't know, and even sources that you think you might know. Okay, there are people who will pose as wolf in sheep's clothing and pretend to be a familiar or friendly face. No one from MoveQuest technical support, customer support, senior support team will ever contact you regarding private, sensitive wallet details. And that goes from moderators from our social platforms as well. No one will ever reach out to you and offer assistance and request your private, sensitive, secure information. Only connect your wallet to 100% confirmed legitimate websites. Do not click on unknown tokens and special gifts that magically appear in your wallet. Do not click on unknown links. Do not scan random QR codes that you don't know what they are. This is super important because crypto and blockchain is incredible technologies, but making errors and mistakes in crypto and blockchain can be disastrous, and we don't want that for anyone. We don't want that for anyone. That would be tragic, and it can all be averted. It can all be avoided with a simple conversation about safety, security, and best practices. So prioritize that, please.
Absolutely, Mr. Hayden. We want to thank you for
Hey, you guys,
participating.
before you hang up, real quick, I hate to interrupt you, Herschel.
No
Two
problem.
questions. Or not questions, but one I want to answer real quick. Somebody just asked, if I unlock 10 tonight, can I still get the 8? So just so everybody knows, this promotion is going to be going on. We plan to run this for 45 to 60 days, beginning the first week of August. So don't fret if you can't do it right now. If you do it right now, you're able to mine and get more MoveQuest, obviously, before you start to see Charlie stop. A lot of people coming into MoveQuest, but you do have time. So we just wanted to get it out to our community first, so that you had it and you could get started before we do the promotion. So yes, you anytime that you unlock, everybody who unlocks and has 10 will get the remaining 8. If you had 3 and you get to 10, we'll open the 8. You had 4, you got to get to 10. Actually, you don't even, those we already gave out. So anybody with 3 up, you already got them. It's the new people or those that are mining with dock slots 1 and 2. Now, I say you already got them. A lot of you didn't. You will have them by tomorrow. So basically, if you're new or you're mining with just 1 or 2 dock slots, then yeah, unlock up to 10, you're going to get the 8. But you got 45 to 60 days to do that. And we'll let you know exactly, when we start the campaign, how long you've got. So you don't have to rush, but you will have it. You have time.
Perfect. I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening. We will be in touch on socials, and if we need to have a call before next Tuesday, we will. Otherwise, we will see everybody again next Tuesday. Hope everyone has a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week.
Everybody on your feet, let's go. Feel the burn, yeah, MoveQuest, baby. Woo! Let's get it started. Step up, let's go. You know what to do. MoveQuest in the house, time to break through. Lace up your shoes, burn it up, no slack. Crypto's on the rise while we're on the track. Run, jump, walk, hustle all day. Every step's a win, that's the MoveQuest way. Calories burning, we earn as we play. Earning MQT, no delay, no sway. Move your body, we on fire. Crypto flowing higher and higher. Burn, earn, and feel the heat. MoveQuest, baby, get off your seat. Let's get it moving, we're burning up. Step by step, yeah, we're rising up. Feel the rush, feel the beat. MoveQuest, the rhythm, got you on your feet. Let's get it moving, we're burning fast. Every step counts, we're making it last. With every move you earn and grow. MoveQuest, baby, let's go, let's go. Hustle on the move, no stopping this flow. We're cashing in on steps, getting crypto to show. MoveQuest got the power, the future's clear. We're taking over, the time is here. From the streets to the gym, we're taking flight. Every move's a token,